Shalom everyone, I'm Gaten Tafari, the leader and founder of Strong Hearts International. And today, I just would like to invite you to watch the following short video of what Strong Hearts is doing here in Ethiopia.
Strong Hearts is a non-profit organization founded upon the love of Christ. Strong Hearts' primary work is in Kore. Kore is an area of Addis Ababa where the city dump is located, and is also one of the most impoverished neighborhoods in the capital. It has among the highest populations of people with HIV, AIDS, and leprosy in Ethiopia, and has taken on an identity as being a place for the outcast. Deliberate about people being transformed from the inside out, Strong Hearts' programs meet the physical, emotional, and spiritual needs of the children and adults living in these difficult circumstances. Strong Hearts is creating change through the following programs. The Strong Hearts Family Care Center provides a safe, nurturing place for children during the day so that their mothers are able to look for work. The center can care for 40 young children from infant to age 3. They will receive proper nutrition, early childhood education, school supplies, as well as basic healthcare and hygiene education. Social support, counseling, education, vocational training, financial advice, parenting and life skills training will also be provided to their families. This holistic approach to caring for children and their families enables them to obtain the skills and opportunities necessary for a successful future. Also, all parents of the kids will volunteer and participate in the ongoing work of the daycare center, granting them a sense of ownership and involvement.
One such mother in the Strong Hearts Family Care Center is Ababa Mayu. Her name means flower, and her story goes like this. Born to a mother and father trying to claw their way out of poverty, divorce became an early reality in Ababa's life. And soon after her parents' divorce, she experienced the death of her mother. Now, forced to pass from family member's house to family member's house, Ababa's sense of security was shaken. It was shaken all the more when her father took advantage of her sexually. In confusion and total loss of hope, Ababa stayed home. At grade 6, she stopped school. She lost her education. She told the Strong Hearts counselors that she once had a desire to be a lawyer, but fled her family and her sexual abuse and was forced into a life of prostitution. Soon after, she became a mother. A friend of hers, who was also previously a prostitute, began telling her about a family care center that had changed her life. Ababa was beyond interested. She visited, and soon she and her baby boy Markin were enrolled. Strong Hearts counselors invested time and energy into her, and soon she was no longer working the streets but began washing clothes for wealthier families. Now Ababa thanks Strong Hearts with tears in her eyes for a different life, one that has her working and her child receiving good care. Perhaps the cycle of poverty, abuse, and shame have been broken in this one family. She has experienced such healing that she recently told her counselors, "Christ forgave me. Who am I not to forgive my Father?"
Strong Hearts' founder, Gatenet Teferi, began asking local children around Kore's garbage dump what they wanted to be when they grew up. For some children, the answers were quite fun and courageous. A police officer, a bodybuilder, but others answered garbage collector. Fueled by these honest but heartbreaking responses, two hearts collided with a similar vision. Gatenet and Burke, a young Canadian wanting to change the world, and Strong Academy was born. Strong Academy is a K-4 school in the Kore community. Strong Academy subsidizes its cost for the benefit of all Kore families and the future of their children. Starting small and growing naturally, the school has expanded from roughly 20 kids in 2008 to over 250 kids moving toward a life of learning. Beyond Strong Academy, Strong Hearts recently began giving college scholarships to bright but needy students. 15 students who would have had to give up on their hopes for a college education are now enrolled in college classes throughout Ethiopia. Strong Hearts Hospice Care offers free, palliative, and end-of-life care for patients with any life-threatening illnesses, including cancer, HIV/AIDS, and leprosy. It is only the second program of its kind in the country. Strong Hearts Hospice seeks to improve the quality of life for patients and their families facing the problems associated with having a terminal illness. Strong Hearts Hospice also strives to educate patients and their families about their disease process and possible methods of prevention. The hospice nurses visit patients in their homes at least weekly, but more frequently depending on the patient's needs and severity of their condition. They monitor vital signs, purchase and deliver medications, purchase and deliver food, educate patients about their disease process and what they can expect, educate and prepare families for the death of a loved one, train caregivers in best techniques to provide adequate support for their loved one, pray, and read scripture during home visits to provide spiritual support.
The hospice program continues to be a light for many, including Mayu. Mayu has HIV, uterine prolapse, and recently had a uterine mass surgically removed. We entered Mayu's home to find her napping in bed with her daughter Salam. We were there to provide wound care, but Mayu began talking about the impact of Strong Hearts Hospice on her life. She said more than once, "No one has come to visit me except these nurses. They are my family," which is a familiar story in our hospice program. Another patient who knew death was around the corner looked up at our nurses and asked our nurse Martha to make sure her children were well taken care of when she passed. Both stories speak to the magnitude of relationships developed by our staff. Both stories speak to the depth, the width, and length by which our nurses love our patients. Soon after Mayu expressed her thanks, her child Salam began crying. Not crying out of sadness, but because of thankfulness. She was thankful to Strong Hearts, thankful her mother is still alive, thankful for the groceries, for the medical care, and hopefully many more afternoon naps with her loving mother.
Strong Hearts' spiritual wing, Serving Hearts, is moving north, east, south, and west in their pursuit to plant churches in all the most unreached regions of Ethiopia. The vision of the church planting movement for Serving Hearts is seeing entire communities throughout Ethiopia and beyond transformed by Bible-focused leaders who are making disciples that make disciples, and planting churches that plant churches. Now with over 38 pastors and 2,800 members who know the love of Christ, communities are being changed, hearts transformed, and hope found.
Finally, I just want to thank all our friends and partners for your generosity. And if you want to partner with us or work with us, and please visit our website, which is strongheartsinternational.org. And we are happy to partner with you and work with you. God bless you.